Welcome to this Datatag Extreme Qualifying press conference for this round 11 of the MCE Insurance British Superbike Championship. Huge congratulations to the guys in front of you who make up the front row for tomorrow. And let's start with the man who will start on the outside of the front row. A fantastic performance in Datatag Extreme Qualifying for Halsall Suzuki's Christian Id. And Christian, perhaps you'll talk us through your qualifying.
Yeah, well, to be honest, the weekend has sort of started this morning, to be fair. We made a bit of a breakthrough with the bike. All year I've been able to do the odd lap here and there, and you know, people go, oh yeah, now it's about time that Iden did something, and then I don't do anything, I forget, and just has all been going wrong. And yeah, we've just found something that's made the bike an awful lot more rideable for me, and I just feel more comfortable. I feel like I can put it where I want it a bit more. I can be a lot more consistent with it, and yeah, that's all it is really. To be honest, the bike's, as an outright bike, we've probably made it slower as a one-lap bike, but as a bike to be able to ride it, that's a lot better. That's just big thanks to the team, really. You know, they've worked so hard. Honestly, they've been so good with me all year, and I'm just really grateful to them, really, and hopefully we can start to repay them. We've not got long left, but yeah, I'm feeling pretty good for the race, to be fair.
Fantastic. Congratulations, Christian. Great run. Well done. Let's turn to John Hopkins for Lloyd's British Motor Rapido Ducati. And Hopper, the pace out there, just absolutely scintillating. This is clearly a track you love.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bike. It's a track that I really enjoy, and you know, the Lloyd's British Motor Rapido Ducati is working really well around here. Since getting this Ducati ride, I've been looking forward to getting here to Silverstone. It's a track that I enjoy, and up until today, I held the Superbike lap record, World Superbike 204. So he came along and beat it, but no, well done to him. That's amazing lap. You know, I gave it everything I had. I spun it up and made a couple little mistakes here and there, which cost a bit of time. But honestly, I did. You know, that's what happens when you're giving it 110%, and that's what I did. And yeah, we just got beat out, but you know, I'm feeling really good with our race pace. I've just been doing some setup changes with the bike, messing with a few things, but no, I'm happy with our race pace. Just want to try and get away, and yeah, we've had a bit of bad luck throughout the year when it comes to race day, but hopefully we can repay the team and just finally get this thing up on the podium, hopefully.
Be great to see you up there, John. Congratulations, good luck for tomorrow.
Thank you.
Let's turn to Josh Brookes for Milwaukee Yamaha. Yet another pole position. What a scintillating lap. You'll get to see your team's reaction. What was your reaction when you learned of the time?
Well, earlier when we got to the doing low fours mark, I said to Marcus, our engine builder, he's with us this weekend in replacement of Ian Lord, who's not here. He's filling in, and I says, oh, that must be somewhere close to MotoGP times, like for the grid. You know, I mean, not the fastest, but you know, make the grid. And he kind of laughed and shook his head and says, oh no, you've got to be doing threes to be on the MotoGP grid. And I thought to myself when I seen 3.9 on the board, well, there you go, Marcus, there's your three. But no, I knew even I kind of changed my character a little bit in the qualifying there, because normally I'll do 2 or 3 or 4 laps and run it right to the checkered flag. But in Q2, I did a really, really nice lap. My first flying lap was almost, you know, it just felt like there wasn't a lot more I could achieve. So I kind of rolled off and thought, you know, that's going to be enough to get into the final qualifying, and I want to leave that good thought in my head going into the last run. And so when I did go out for Q3. If you didn't know, on our dash, when you're on a personal best lap time, there's a light on, and when you drop below your personal best, the light goes out, so you know if you're going quicker or not. And my first flying lap, I went into the first turn and I made a mistake. I didn't get the bike pulled up quick enough, and I went really, really wide out onto the rumble strip and had to actually roll the throttle. And on a corner that fast, as soon as you roll, like, you might as well abandon the lap. And immediately the light went out on my dash, and I was like, devastated, because it meant another full lap of wear on the tyre before I got another chance. And but I kept the gas on, and I rolled really fast into Maggots and Beckett's, and the light come back on. So whatever I lost in the first turn, I made back on in Maggots and Beckett's. So it meant game on again. So I kept everything as good as I could, and raced right to the finish, and seen 3.9 on the dash, and I kind of thought to myself, could I go for another lap, which would be my normal strategy? And I thought, you know what, if someone can beat that lap, then they deserve it, because I laid everything fairly well on the line for that lap. So I didn't really believe I could make a better lap without another fresh set of tyres. So I just pulled off and rode it into the pits, and that was that. And I actually was, come in and shook the hands of the team who've done a really good job with the bike, obviously, to give me that confidence. And I looked over at my pit board and I seen 0.2. And I thought to myself instantly, who the hell is that close to me? If you do a 2 minutes 3.9, you'd expect to see a bigger gap. And I seen 0.2 on the board, and I said to the guys, who the hell is that? They go, it's Hopper. And I was like, oh, okay, right. Well, he was the previous track record holder, so it goes to show that he likes the track, and was certainly feeling good on his bike. And I'm just pleased to be at Silverstone. It's another track that I enjoy for sure. Thruxton's really one up there for me in the favourites, but Silverstone is very close behind. It's a shame that there's not more mounds and things for people to stand on and get better viewing, because for a racer it's such a good track, but for the viewing public it's probably not the most exciting, being so far from the action. But I look forward to the race tomorrow. Obviously this has given us even more confidence if we didn't have some already.
Are you taking additional confidence from the fact that your two closest championship rivals, James Ellison and Shaky Byrne, are something like 6th and 10th respectively tomorrow on the grid?
I didn't know that, but I'm still focusing or trying to focus on my own situation, as you would in rounds 2, 3, 4. When you're not thinking about a championship, you're just focusing on what you can do with your bike over your race distance, and work on your tyre conservation sort of ideas. And so at the moment, I'm trying to maintain that same focus. If you do the same thing, you should be able to achieve more or less the same result. And so far this year, I've kept the same preparations and kept the same results on track. So I don't want to change what works.
Aren't those the two times you first look for, though, when you come in?
It hasn't been this weekend. There's been a change of people at the front. I even had Schmertz in there earlier there. So I thought that was a good job from him to be in the way of Shaky, and maybe if his lap times are consistent tomorrow, he can influence the championship lead I have, hopefully. But that's all to be played out tomorrow in the race.